at the ice company I worked at, and these different construction companies that I worked at. So I would pour out my heart at the pipeline company where I worked at. It was my first job ever, and I was pressing into praying for people, and I looked like a lunatic because in the first 3.5 months, that was when I worked there, I was praying for everybody, and no one was getting healed. So everybody was making fun of me. They'd throw pebbles at me down in the trench. It was just ridiculous. And I remember one day when it broke out and it really started to happen. It was amazing. I saw a guy a quarter mile away on my job, and he was out there. He was an inspector. And Tony, the pipe layer that worked with me, he was the hoe operator. He would dig, and then I would direct like where to go. He knew I had no experience when I started. I told him that we were going to be the best crew, that we were going to do amazing. And he's like, all right. And they went through new people all the time. So I'm with Tony. Within a few days, I get it. Like how to do this, how to call for how many inches I needed him to dig down exactly with the claws of a hoe. And he is the guy that's driving. I'm directing him. He does not believe in Jesus, but he sees something really different about my life work ethic wise. And he knows that I have no experience. And he knows that when I came there, I told them, I have no experience, but I'm gonna do a great job for you because I'm not working for you, I'm working for Jesus. He knows that. He knows that everybody's making fun of me. He's making fun of me. He knows that I've got Jesus all over my hard hat. He knows that I believe the gospel, and he thinks I'm a freak, a flake, a crazy guy. But he's watching, and he sees me praying for all these people and like falling flat on my face every day. Hey, I just believe God wants to heal you. Bang. How do you feel? Nothing. Get away from me, you blankety blank. And he's watching people cuss me out. He's watching it all day long. And it doesn't move me, and it doesn't move my smile. He knows that when I go into the job trailer, he knows that the guys are making fun of me because I won't look at the porn that's on the walls. He knows, and he's convicted by it. They won't say anything to me, but they are convicted. Because it wasn't just I ain't looking, and them catch my gaze. No, it was over, and they know that it's impossible. So they're convicted. And Tony is like this joker who I used to be. I used to be the guy that make fun of everybody. And he's that guy, cutting up people and making fun of them and all that stuff. And he'd make fun of me all day long. And I just love him. I'd never respond, say anything bad. And I remember when I left that job, it was like 3 years later. But that first day when I saw the inspector that day, I said, that guy used to run track, and in 8th grade, he hurt his knee, and it's been hurting ever since. Tony goes, shut up, man. That's stupid. Why would you say that? I said, I'm telling you. So we ran across the ground, got to this guy. It was the first time that it happened in front of him. And the guy goes, man, what's going on? Who are you? How did you know that? I said, Jesus lives in me. And Tony like has his hands on his hard hat. Like, this is crazy. I said, can I pray for him? We prayed for him, and Jesus healed him. Tony went, dude, we got to get back to work, man. Oh my gosh. Oh. And he ran. He ran in fear of what God just did. So even though everybody looked at me like I was a lunatic, in the secret place, I was pursuing Jesus for who he created me to be. I wasn't pursuing Jesus for what I could get from him, although that was part of the package. My sights weren't set on getting, my sights were set on giving fully everything that I was, so he could commune with me. And I could have this relationship with this living God that loved me and gave himself for me and wanted to live in me and didn't see what everybody else saw. He saw what was best in me. And God doesn't see trash in people's life. It doesn't take a man or woman of God to point out trash. It's easy. The world does it all the time. But what it does take is a man or woman of God to look at the gold inside of somebody and say, this is really who you're created to be.